Kent, I have a lot of responsibilities as the superintendent of Clay County Schools. Today I've called for an open investigation into this pack of lies by lying leaders on the Clay County School Board named Studdard and Caracas.
Tell me more. How is it that you weren't talking last week and now you're asking for an outside investigation?
Today at 3 o'clock I sent a package of documents, with the top one being a letter to the Florida Commission on Ethics, flatly denying all allegations made against me and my staff and asking that the liars that made these investigations come and be investigated by an outside source.
Why not have that investigation done within the Clay County School District or that sort of thing?
Our school board policy calls for an investigation within the district. However, so many top-level staff, to include myself, have been implicated that through these lies, my senior staff has been maligned by lying school board members Studdard and Caracas. They deserve better than this. This is gutter politics at its worst.
So I heard lie or lying a couple of times in there.
Correct.
What are the lies?
The lies are all in the open letter that is on your website. Everybody can look those lies up. One lie that's already been proven false is that ESE students were being mislabeled and that there were emails proving that at the Teachers Union headquarters. The Teachers Union president, a liar herself, has said she has no such emails. When the Teachers Union president agrees with Charlie Van Zant, you know there's a lie in there somewhere.
So I missed maybe a little part of that, so paint in the picture for me. The Teachers Union president is involved in this how? Why is that person a liar?
The Teachers Union president, I can't speak to her character other than I know emphatically she's told many, many lies. But last week she told a truth, which is that there are no emails in her headquarters to insinuate that we have mislabeled any ESE students in Clay County, Florida. The Teachers Union and lying school board member Studdard are playing the media. The liars that foisted this whole pack of lies don't want an investigation. That's what I've called for. What they want is negative media. The media has been played.
Tell me about the timing of this. As we're talking, big election coming up, is that part of this? You think this is called it gutter politics?
It is absolutely gutter politics. These liars are making accusations that are over a year old that should have been reported to either the Florida Commission on Ethics or me as the superintendent of schools as per school board policy. But these liars did not want an investigation. These liars wanted to play the media. These liars knew we would be out of town last weekend. Our staff would have a 3.5-day weekend. These liars knew that in 14 days prior to the last school board meeting before the election would be the last chance to foist me politically. So we have lies for political motivations. We have a lying school board member, Ms. Studdard, who instead of reporting the lying allegations made by a disgruntled employee, reported them to the press instead of reported them to the Florida Commission on Ethics or the superintendent. Lying Ms. Studdard has violated due process rights of dozens of Clay County School Board employees, and our employees deserve better than these lying leaders.
So Jonna McKinnon is the school board, is she the
chairman?
Chairman. So she said, nope, that can't be part of, this discussion can't be part of what was happening on the school board meeting or agenda.
Correct.
You think that's the right procedure or due process?
Absolutely. We cannot, Clay County School Board policy does not succeed Florida law. So we, as the superintendent and the chairman of the school board, must protect the due process rights of our fine professional educators. And this isn't just senior level staffers. If these lies were true, then ESE teachers, ESE secretaries, the support personnel that do the Medicaid billing would all be implicated in these lies. Studdard, when she forwarded this to the press in her own lying way to get negative press. Again, I can't stress enough, the media has been played in all of this. The media is being played, they're playing right into the hands of lying Mrs. Studdard, the lying teachers union, and you got to look at who wins out of this.
Who wins out of this?
Addison Davis. Addison Davis is my political opponent. He has the most to gain by me being discredited in the media. I will not allow myself to be discredited. Everybody knows I'm a conservative Christian superintendent. I've been taken to task in the media many times. These liars, again, are trying to take me to task for my principled values that they can't stand.
All right, so I'm trying to think of any time in my past when I've interviewed somebody and I've heard the word lie or lying as much. It sounds like are you upset about this? Are you frustrated? How would you describe that?
At this point, I have to protect my people. My people have been maligned, maliciously maligned, with baseless allegations. No evidence has been produced from any of these allegations. Not one piece of evidence have these liars produced. With no evidence, it's all a pack of lies and gutter politics.
What else did you want to talk to that I didn't get at? And then I'm going to turn the attention to Mr. Unaware.
The timing is highly suspicious. You noted that. There is no time for the Florida Commission on Ethics or anybody else to clear my good name or the school district's good reputation prior to the election. All that can happen later, but these liars have gotten what they want. They have played the media. The media is feeding right into their hands.
So, do you think Addison Davis is behind this?
I don't know if Addison Davis is behind this, but Dr. Saylor is a disgruntled employee. She confessed openly, and you put on your website, that she confessed to having PTSD. Her having PTSD and lying Carol Studdard, forwarding this to the media, is reprehensible. Mrs. Studdard has taken advantage of a fine employee that has lied but has been manipulated. Dr. Saylor has been played by the school board, member Caracas, and Studdard, and the press. She's been taken advantage of into what she admits and what you have posted on your website as a PTSD type situation. These lies are reprehensible. I am a combat officer, a two-er in Operation Iraqi Freedom, a two-er in Operation Enduring Freedom. PTSD is a serious thing, and that should be shrouded. That information was not public information on Dr. Saylor, but lying Carol Studdard for political motivations and to advantage Addison Davis in this election has taken this information and sent it to the wrong authorities.
Your thoughts on this attack that we've kind of discussed as being coordinated and politically motivated? What do you think about it?
Yeah, it's very unfortunate. It's despicable, really. I mean, Clay County historically has been very civil about our politics and our campaigns, where we generally debate the issues in the, somebody wins, somebody loses, but it's based upon the issues. But I have seen a deterioration of politics in Clay County. A lot of it, I think, is led by the teachers union that is really bent on trying to gain power. Nationally, if you look at the teachers union, they've lost 200,000 members in the last 4 years. And matter of fact, when we say teachers union, oftentimes we kind of think that's all the teachers, but less than 50% of the teachers are actually part of the teachers union. And so when I say teachers union, I'm talking about the leadership that is hell-bent on power. And that's what it's all about. This is about power. And they're the puppeteer. And the puppets in this case are a couple school board members, Studdard and Caracas, and they've also sort of adopted this person from Jacksonville, Addison Davis, to try to bring him along because they know that they can control those people and they can move this sort of what I call a federal kind of plan in education. And we're beginning to see that in different places in the state, and we certainly don't want to see it in Clay County.
So the candidate that you just mentioned that's running for superintendent also is conservative, is a Republican running for office also, or does that even matter when it comes to school board matters?
Right, he's registered as a Republican, but in Clay County you have to be registered Republican to win. There are no elected Democrats, so you see a lot of folks that have more of a support of they call, I think, a progressive agenda, which is usually code for a left-leaning kind of philosophy, political philosophy. In this case, I don't really know exactly what all that Addison Davis believes in, but I do know that Duval County has embraced a lot of the Obama policies, and he will bring that with him to Clay County, and Clay County will reject those kinds of policies.
Maybe last thing, why is it changed? Why has it changed over these 6 or 7 years that you just mentioned, where it's gotten more confrontational, more contested, more gutter politics in Clay County? And maybe specifically, why the attacks on Charlie Van Zant?
Well, Charlie certainly is a lightning rod for conservative family values. There's no doubt about that. And I think that part of that makes him much more attractive to them to attack him. But the reason is that the teachers union has lost so much power, and that they are trying to figure out a way. In some way, maybe it's Custer's last stand. We've got to fight back. They've got to try to show their members that they can win at something. And so this is sort of all in, trying to coordinate with two current school board members, along with a candidate that they're trying to run against Charlie, brought from the outside, from Duval. You know, I grew up in Duval County. I was born and raised in Duval County. And like many people, I moved to Clay County as a young adult because two things. One, the schools were really good. They were much better than Duval. And law enforcement was much better. You felt safer in Clay County. And you moved out there because you had that sort of homey feel, the sort of conservative values which I identified with, and you begin to see the sort of progressive agenda, which I think is code for left-leaning agenda, beginning to creep into Clay County. And it's kind of like you give an inch, then they take a mile, and then you begin to surrender your sovereignty. And I think that's a really bad place to be. We've seen it in policies in Duval where they just sort of continue to take a step back and sort of surrender to the federal government. And I think it's worth fighting for, and I believe Charlie Van Zant is a fighter.
What did I miss that you wanted to talk about?
No, I just think that this is nothing but more than a sleazy power grab by the teachers union and their puppets. And that's what this is all about. It's time to inflict pain in an election and a campaign. And that's not the kind of politics that we want in Clay County. We will reject that. But the truth needs to come out. I mean, this is nothing more than an attempt at a character assassination of Charlie Van Zant. I know Charlie Van Zant. I've known his family. They are good people. And this is not something that we can stand for in Clay County.